In this class, we are going to discuss about voltage regulation of transformer. Voltage regulation. Voltage regulation is the measure of how well the transformer can maintain constant secondary voltage given a constant primary voltage with the variance in load current. As we know, in case of transformer, load keep on varying. With the variation of this load, how long the voltage at the secondary side is maintained constant, that defines the voltage regulation of the transformer. Lower the percentage, the more stable the secondary voltage, the better the regulation it will provide. By the definition, voltage regulation is change in voltage from no load to full load with respect to no load. Here E2 is the no load voltage and V2 is the load voltage when some current is flowing in the secondary side, and in percentage the voltage regulation is E2 minus V2 upon E2 into 100. Now, depending upon the magnitude of V2, the voltage regulation can be positive, it can be negative, and it can be 0. When it will be positive? When E2 is greater than or V2 is less than E2. Similarly, when it will be negative? When V2 is greater than E2, and it will be 0 when V2 is equal to E2. And how this situation creates, and with the variation in the load, E2 can be less than V2 or it can be greater than V2 depending upon the type of load. If load is inductive, and it means there is some voltage drop in the circuit, and that causes the E2 greater than V2, whereas if the load is capacitive, it will develop the potential across the load itself as a source, behave like a voltage source, and hence V2 will be more than E2 in some cases. And when V2 becomes equals to E2, then the voltage regulation will become 0, and that is the special case of transformer loading condition. Now, considering the inductive load, in case of inductive load, let there is a load which is RL. It is not only purely inductive. This is a RL load. When load is connected, the some current I2 is flowing the secondary side. There will be a voltage drop in R2 and X2, and subtracting this voltage drop from E2, then we can get V2. So subtracting this voltage drop from E2, we can get V2, that is the terminal voltage or load voltage. And this can be better explained with the help of phasor diagram. Let's consider the V2 is taken as reference, that is V2. The current flowing in the load is inductive, that is I2 will lags by an angle of theta 2. The voltage drop in resistive circuit, it will be in same phase with this current. This is I2 R2, and the voltage drop in reactive component, it will be at 90 degree with I2 R2. This is I2 X2, and the phasor sum of V2 I2 R2 and I2 X2, it will be nothing but E2. The angle between V2 and E2 is delta. Now, to find out the relation between V2 and E2, draw a perpendicular from this point up to this point, and then perpendicular from this point to, and draw a triangle like that. Let's consider this is A, this point is B, this is C, this is D, this is E, this is F, and this is G. From this triangle, we can find out the various parameters, and in this case there is an angle is theta 2. This angle will also be theta 2 because these two vectors are parallel to each other. This angle is 90 degree from the equivalent triangles, then this angle can be proved as equal to theta 2. Now, knowing this vector and this angle, we can find out BC. BC is equal to I2 R2 cos of theta 2. Similarly, we can find out EF. EF is nothing but equals to EF equals to CD. EF is equal to CD, which is given by I2 x2 sine of theta 2 from triangle G, F and E, because EF in parallel with CD and hence CD is equal to EF. From this triangle we are knowing this vector from triangle A, D and G. Apply the Pythagoras theorem, and here AD AG square is equal to AD square plus DG square. AD is the phasor sum of V2 and this vector BC and CD. Here AD is nothing but V2 plus I2R2 cos of theta 2 plus CD. CD is I2 x2 sine of theta 2. Knowing this vector AD, DG can also be find out, this vector also be calculated, but since this angle is delta is very small, delta is very small, therefore we can say AG is nearly equals to AD, and AG is nothing but E2, which is equals to V2 plus I2 R2 cos of theta 2 plus I2 x2 sine of theta 2. Rearrange this equation, it gives E2 minus V2 is equal to I2 R2 cos theta 2 plus I2 x2 sine theta 2, and by the definition we know voltage regulation is E2 minus V2 upon E2, that is voltage regulation, and in this case if we can divide both sides by E2, then we can easily calculate the voltage regulation of transformer at inductive load. This is the standard equation for voltage regulation at inductive load, that is I2 R2 by E2 into cos of theta 2 plus I2 x2 by E2 sine of theta 2. Now considering the capacitive load, in case of capacitive load the load is RC and hence the taking the voltage as V2 as reference. In this case let this vector is V2 and the current flowing in this circuit is I2, which leads the voltage by an angle of again theta 2. This is I2 vector. The voltage drop in resistive component transformer winding is in same phase with current, that is I2 R2. The voltage drop in reactive component, it will be at 90 degree with I2 R2, that is I2 X2. The resultant of these three vector is nothing but E2. And from this phasor diagram, if we can find out the relation between E2 and V2, we can derive the relation for voltage regulation. Let me draw a perpendicular from this point meeting this point and perpendicular from this point meeting this line. Now let this vector is A, B, C, D, and draw a line from here which is parallel to this BD line. It is A, B, C, D. Let it is E, this is F, and this point is G. From this triangle, this vector is V2. This vector we can find out by knowing this angle. This angle will be theta 2 because this is in parallel with this I2. This angle will be theta 2, and hence CD will be equals to I2 R2 cos of theta 2. Similarly, we can prove that from equivalent triangle this angle is theta 2. Then F E will be equals to I2 x2 sine of theta 2 from triangle G, F and E. Now this FE is equals to, because FE in parallel with BD, and FE will be equals to BD. Now knowing this, all these vector, this vector is known to us, this vector is known to us, this vector up to C point AC point is nothing but V2. The AD vector can be calculated in terms of V2 and the other known vector, that is V2 plus AD is V2 plus CD. CD is I2 R2 cos of theta plus I2 R2 cos of theta 2. To know the vector AB, AB is nothing but equals to AD minus BD. AD vector is known to us, BD vector is known to us, then we can find out AB. AB is equal to AD is V2 plus I2 R2 cos of theta 2 minus I2 x2 sine of theta 2. Again, this angle is delta between V2 and E2, and this delta is again very small, and therefore we can say AG is nearly equals to AB, and AB vector is known to us, AG vector is E and E2, which is equals to V2 plus I2 R2 cos of theta 2 minus I2 x2 sine of theta 2. By the definition, we know voltage regulation is equal to E2 minus V2 upon E2. Rearrange this equation. Here we can write E2 minus V2 equals to I2 R2 cos of theta 2 minus I2 x2 sine of theta 2, and dividing both sides by E2, then it will be a voltage regulation. This is nothing but voltage regulation at for capacitive load. Now the voltage regulation with resistive load. In case of resistive load, we are having a load as purely resistor, and the current flowing is I2. Again, the voltage drop in R2 and X2 we can find out using phasor diagram. Let's consider again voltage V2 is reference. The current flowing in this circuit is I2. The voltage drop in this resistance, it will be I2 R2, and that will be in same phase with the current, and that current is I2, which is in same phase with E2 because load is purely resistive. The voltage drop in R2, it will be in same phase, that is I2 R2. The voltage drop in X2, it will be at 90 degree I2 X2. The resultant of these three vector is nothing but E2. This is the angle between voltage and E2 and V2. This vector is V2, and this angle is the delta, and again delta is very small, and hence we can say E2 is equal to V2 plus I2 R2. Rearrange this equation. E2 minus V2 is equal to I2 R2. Divide by, now by the definition, the voltage regulation is E2 minus V2 divided by E2, dividing both sides by E2, then this is the voltage regulation of transformer at resistive load. By the definition, if we can write the standard equation of voltage regulation, which is given by VR is equal to E2 minus V2 upon E2, that is given as I2 R2 cos of theta 2 plus minus I2 X2 sine of theta 2 divided by E2, this is divided by E2. Now when cos of theta 2 is equal to 1, in that case sine of theta 2 will be equals to 0, and hence this component will be 0, and this is cos of theta 1 means load is purely resistive, and putting the value of cos theta in these two equations, this will give the same derivation obtained using this from this phasor diagram. Now when we are considering the generalized case of voltage regulation, we can prove here the voltage regulation can be positive or negative depending upon the sign between the two, and with the variation in this theta, the cos of theta can be of leading with leading power factor or lagging power factor, and hence accordingly voltage regulation of the transformer varies from positive to negative depending upon the power factor, and sometimes if this component becomes 0, then voltage regulation can also be 0, and this 0 is the special case or special loading of transformer, and this is only possible when the load is leading only, leading power factor.